My name is Chris Pomeroy. I live just outside of Dale. We've had our stove since 2004. We bought a Harman Excentra fireplace insert from here. And we love the stove because it's efficient. We took out a wood-burning fireplace we had, which burning the wood-burning fireplace would heat the living room, but the rest of the house would be cold. With our Harman pellet stove now, we still have a flame going at all times, so it's like having a fire in our living room at all times, and we use it to heat our 1,800 square foot ranch because it's centrally located, and it heats. We do not go through any propane during the winter. We never turn our furnace on. We use it to heat our house. We used to sign the agreement every year of how many gallons of propane we go through. We no longer do that. They come out once a year. We used to fill up 4 times a year. When we first moved out here, we first built the house, we had to fill up 4 times, especially through a cold winter. Now we're just down to, we fill up that 1 time a year. We get down to like 40%. We haven't put it back up to 80, and that's just basically to run our hot water heater, and that's it. Well, the gas company, like I said, we used to be under a contract with them for a keep full, it was called. Keep full all the time, so we didn't have to call. They had it computerized. When it got down to 28%, they came out and filled automatically. But now we're under a we call them when we want to do it. And their response, of course, was, why are we doing this? Their fear was that we were going to go with a different gas company. And we told them that we just have a different way a more efficient way of heating our home, and that we only needed it for the hot water heater. So they stuck with us, and we stuck with them for it. So working with EarthSense has been fantastic. In the beginning, when they first installed our stove, there was a little bit of a problem with the stove flue, and the fire just wasn't burning right. And we had the gentleman come out to fix it. I think his name was Joe, was the repairman. He came out to fix our stove, and the owner, Jed, because we had a problem, which was fixed immediately, he still gave us a $50 gift certificate towards pellets because of the inconvenience that we had for a short time, which we really appreciated. I mean, it just goes to show that it was an upscale company that we wanted to work with. So, well, I think the biggest thing it's brought to our family, the stove, is savings, the money savings. As I said earlier, we filled up our gas tank 4 times a year, and now we fill it up once. We're saving $1,200 just in the gas. And then we go buy the early buy pellets from here. We pay like $500 a year to heat our home. And I think the biggest thing my wife likes about it is instant heat. If it's really, really cold and you come in the house and it did get down a little bit, you turn the stove up a little bit and you stand in front of it and it's instant heat. You don't have to wait for nothing to heat up. It just instantly heats up. So it's pretty cool. If I were to give someone advice that was considering to buy one of these pellet stoves, I would say don't go anywhere else but ESES here. Don't go to buy one of them cheap ones you see at retail stores. There's other stores you go to, you see them for 1/3 the price that you do here. But in comparison, and knowing what I know, and knowing several people in my family who have stoves, I wouldn't go anywhere else but here. And the service you get, and the convenience and everything, and the availability of pellets at all times. Prices usually have stayed relatively the same each year I've had it. So just the convenience of it. My wife's impression of the stove is she loves it. As I said earlier, she loves the instant heat especially. The fact that you can go in the house and just stand in front of it, turn it up, and warm up in a quick hurry. When I first suggested getting a stove and taking out the fireplace, she was all for it. Because one thing of having a wood-burning fireplace, it's neat. You get the crackling fire and the nice smell, but after a while in a new home, it started to stink. You could really smell that. You'd come in 3 days later and still smell a fire, and then she would go to work and her clothes would smell like smoke from the fire. And with this stove, it's self-contained. You get none of that. You get no smell, no odors, no smoke, no nothing. But I think mostly she likes the savings, of course. Who's not going to like the savings of money? And then the instant heat.